13 years. Has it been that long that we're doing this thing? And every year it gets bigger and bigger, and the teddy bears get larger and larger, and the ice gets covered, and it's just a cool sight to see.
The event has been a family tradition for us. My kids have grown up with it, and it's something that we look forward to each and every year. And we've raised thousands. We've got to get a number. We should do some trivia when we get closer to the game and try to figure out how many teddy bears have we raised, and what was the biggest game, and what was the first sellout.
Because each year you do a tally.
Yeah.
So you'd have to take those 12 years and tally them all up. It's really quite it's incredible, and you've had challenges over these years where things changed. It used to be it's hard to think about when this first started. It used to be just like, hey, bring a teddy bear, you get into the game for free, and you'd sit wherever you could sit, and that's how it was done. That changed as time went on.
Well, back then you could, because there was plenty of seats available.
There were. That's a good point, too.
Back when we first started, I think our first year we only raised a few hundred teddy bears. And now it's really grown into one of the premier events here for Utica, for the Utica Pioneers. I mean, yourself, myself, Gary Heenan, I remember sitting down, and he had that crazy idea that he brought from Canada. He said, you know what we ought to try? We ought to try this thing where you throw teddy bears when we score a goal. And it's really turned into a special event.
The team, I got to tell you, they're playing this year a team that is a rival. And, it's all about scoring that goal. We've been there when the goal wasn't scored. But the team is... Are they out of Massachusetts? Is that where they're... Newman? I don't know where they're from. But I will tell you, anytime I hear Newman, it's a big rivalry for Utica College.
The Teddy Bear Toss is a special game. And you go into it with all those questions in the back of your mind. And I don't think it matters who we play. You're always going into that game thinking, okay, we just need to get that first goal.
We just have to score
that first goal.
Because the way it works is your staff ends up being down there, back by where the Zamboni is, waiting. And sometimes that wait can be just a couple of seconds. I mean, if you want to look at some of the stats over the years...
I believe it's been as short as somewhere in the minute-and-a-half range.
As far out as never.
As far out as never.
Yeah.
That was a long game.
That was a long game.
That was our 10th anniversary game.
Yeah.
And,
of all games to have that happen.
Yep.
But listen, that will not happen here. But Newman's a good hockey program.
It's in Pennsylvania. You were talking about a tally for teddy bears. It's got to be up more than 25,000, probably in the 30 to 35,000 range that you guys have collected over 12 years. I'm
sure we've averaged. I mean, in the beginning, of course, it was lower, and then we got up into that 4,000 range. So I would say we'd average at least 2,500 to 3,000 over those years. So I'd say we're getting closer to that 30,000 mark.
Yeah. Wow. And of course, the teddy bears have a great home when it's all said and done.
When it's all said and done, they stay right here in the community. I think that's another big part of our event is to raise Toys for Tots, is to raise toys for the community and folks that are in need. We're always surprised. Everyone's surprised when you look a little deeper into the need of the community, and we're blessed to have the event that takes place each and every year, and we're more than happy to help.
So, we're working along with the Marine Corps League and Toys for Tots, along with the Observer Dispatch and Time Warner Cable, Spectrum now, and, of course, our drive and yours and Utica Mac, and we all get together and put this big drive on. But this is always the one premier event that either kicks it off or closes it all out, and I'm not sure what will happen this year. But it is it's huge. And to see the need every year, how difficult it is to be able to raise the number of toys that are needed in the area. I don't know, it just seems like every year there's more of a need than there was the year before.
The game itself is, the Utica College, the guys on the ice and the fellows that are skating, they want to score that goal.
Yeah.
They want it more than anything.
Yeah.
And they pitch in and they help. And it certainly is a community effort because, as you said, the toys get better. And I've noticed that over the years, as everyone realizes that need that you mentioned, they have started to purchase items that are they're head and shoulders above the days of the beginning where it was bring something for free. Way back in the day, because my son and I sort all the teddy bears, and we pull aside some that are less than desirable teddy bears, and we create the wall of shame. And some of those teddy bears are pretty darn rough.
Some of those teddy bears were desirable back in the day.
Well, we
want them new. That's kind of the key here.
Well, they embroider. There's a line of teddy bears that have the date embroidered on the foot.
Yeah.
And when you start getting teddy bears from the 1980s, 1988, and you get that one, and you put that on the wall of shame.
Yeah.
But the quality of those gifts has drastically changed.
Yeah, it has.
And what they throw now, I mean, they're going to the store, they're purchasing quality products, throwing them onto the ice, and that really helps the overall campaign because it gives that donation amount a greater number, and we're able to give all of those gifts back into the community.
All right, so it's UC versus Newman. The date this year is
Saturday, December 9th.
Okay, December 9th, so it's right in the smack dab in the middle of this year. It's a long Thanksgiving, I think, is early this year. So we have a full, sometimes when Thanksgiving's late, it shortens the season up. But I'm pretty sure if you can look that up.
I think it's on a Thursday this year.
It is. You're correct. It falls on a Thursday. It'll be the 23rd this year. Way to go, Scott.
Do you not understand what I'm saying? When Thanksgiving comes late, it actually takes the shopping season down to about 3.5 weeks versus 4 to 4.5 weeks. So this year, I think it's long is what I'm saying. So December 9th is the perfect time for the teddy bear toss. And I'll tell you why.
I agree.
Because you want people thinking, I don't know what it is, but you got to be in that mode of that giving mode. And it takes a little while for that to kick in for some people, I guess.
Oh, we'll be in giving mode high gear by then.
All by then.
That's
so, okay, and tickets are now available so people can purchase tickets.
Tickets are available.
Is this a separate game from season tickets, or is it part of the season ticket?
No, it's still part of the season ticket package, but the game does sell out quickly. We've gone from it being the first sellout in Utica College history to now selling out 6 weeks in advance.
Yeah.
So we'll see how fast the tickets go this year. I would imagine they're going to go pretty quick.
And where do you get them?
You can go right onto the Utica College website. There's a spot to register for tickets.
Yep. You could also, I don't know about the box office now, because the box office I don't think is open right now.
There's quite a project going on down there.
It is a pretty,
quite a project.
How about that? I mean, that's when this is all said and done, that odd is going to be just unbelievable.
From my discussions with Coach Gary Heenan, it's going to be spectacular. They've got some luxury booths that they're constructing. That stage area where we used to have to gather down there, they've expanded that. So what once held about 20 people will now hold 50 people in that stage area. And just as a little bit of a tease coming up later as the season starts, we're currently negotiating with Gary and with a few companies to put together a Teddy Bear Toss VIP package giveaway where it's possible that they'll have an evening in a suite.
Wow.
Limo transportation.
Wow. Whoa. And those suites are going to be unbelievable.
So right now we're in negotiating with all the parties, and we're trying to put together this New York Sash VIP experience where you'll be able to bring a group down to the Odd and bring your teddy bears.
Love it. All right, Scott, it's, as always, you guys do a great job with this. It's New York Sash, the Teddy Bear Toss, the New York Sash Teddy Bear Toss. December 9th at the Odd. Newman is the team, and tickets are available right now. You can go to the Pioneers website and pick up those tickets for the big game.